What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, coming at you with yet again another human optimization upload. Okay, so as per the title, why you are always tired. Now, assuming you have your diet, your workout routine, and your sleep in order, and you still feel tired, you constantly feel exhausted, you constantly feel unmotivated, you feel depressed, and you're just lethargic and low energy. Here is the reason why. The reason is because you are not living your life on your own terms. Okay? You are not living your purpose. You are not doing that which excites your heart. All right? And what will happen is any time you consistently force yourself to do something that you do not wish or will, it will sap you off of energy. What you're doing is, rather than doing something that you enjoy, which in effect, even though you're putting energy into it, it re energizes you by returning more energy back to you, you end up just putting your energy into something that you are not passionate about, that you do not believe in, something that for everybody or majority of people, and understandably, is out of necessity. Okay? The only problem is when you put your energy into something you do not believe in, that you do not enjoy, that you are not passionate about, that is not your purpose, it drains you. It doesn't give you energy back. Okay? There's a reason why when you do things you enjoy, like your hobbies, or even let's say if you run a business for something that is your mission in life, you always have energy. You don't run low on energy. What's the solution to this? In the short run, okay, unfortunately, if you are in a position where you have to continue to do things that do not energize you, that sap your energy and depress you and make you lethargic, you have no choice but to continue these, especially if your livelihood depends on it. All right? But long term wise, what you need to do is you need to put down a plan to transition towards doing something that energizes you. And that's typically something you're passionate about. That's typically something that you believe in. That's typically something that gives you purpose. And by doing that long term, you're going to end up just feeling energized. You're not going to be depressed. You're going to feel motivated, and you're going to want to tackle life and spend more time doing of that thing versus, just being lazy, tired, or even worse, just wasting time numbing your brain, okay, with, I don't know, music, drugs, watching movies, playing video games, escapism, okay? There's a reason why it exists. It's because you're not doing what you want to be doing. Now, the Japanese did come with a very elegant solution for this, and it's called ikagi. And basically, the message of ikagi, or the framework of ikagi, is that you separate how you make money, okay, from your purpose or passion in life. And the idea is that they recognized that to make money, a lot of the times you're going to have to do something you don't want to, and that your passions and purpose in life are not necessarily easily monetized, or they are not in demand by others. So what they did is they developed this framework where they made a segregation between making a livelihood and pursuing your passions and purpose. Now, the important thing about this, though, is that you need to actually be proactive and active in pursuing your passion and purpose. They emphasize how important it is to take care of your diet, your sleep, your relationships, your health, your exercise, being mobile, being physical, but also being proactive and actively pursuing your purpose and passion, because it's very easy to become passive and lazy and forget about pursuing what really brings you to life and make you enjoy life when you are just tired and exhausted and drained from pursuing a livelihood. And that brings us to a very elegant solution that they also do cover in that framework, is that you need to plan the time for which you will spend, pursuing your purpose or passion, right? And it's a very very good way of going about it. Okay, it recognizes pragmatically the reality we live in is that a lot of the time, you can't just do whatever you want, and it recognizes the importance, however, of having a passion and a purpose so you actually enjoy life, but most importantly, it adds decades to your life. Okay, and their solution is very very elegant. Even better than that, if you can monetize your purpose and passion, that will energize you in ways you will not believe. Okay, the one thing to be careful about though is that when you assign a dollar sign to your purpose and passion, it becomes a job. And a job means there are responsibilities, accountabilities, as well as interactions with others that will start to influence and impose certain elements of control and restrictions on you, which in effect will put you back again in this position where your energy is being drained rather than being rejuvenated and replenished. So something to be careful about when it comes to, monetizing your passions or your purpose or mission. Be careful what you wish for. Okay. So that is really the main reason why a lot of people feel low energy and drained and tired all the time. It's because you're doing stuff you don't care about. You're doing stuff you don't care about. Okay? Now, I don't know about you, but in another life, I did accounting. Accounting never made sense to me. And it's still till today it doesn't. And in a lot of ways, it actually doesn't. It's bullshit. It's made up. Okay? It's not something that's real. And it used to depress me and drain me and unmotivate me. And guess what? I recognize that this is not a way I want to make a living. It's not something I enjoy. It's not something I care about. And luckily for me, I was still early in my career. So I went ahead and made a shift away from that. And if you're in a position where you can do that, I recommend you do that as soon as possible. Your quality of life just improves significantly. Okay? Do not spend your time doing something you don't want to if you can help it. Your energy levels, your mental health is going to completely change if you do that. The other thing actually that just came to mind now about energy levels is people. Be careful of people. There's a term, and rightfully so, energy vampires. Okay? There are people out there that will drain your energy in ways you cannot even imagine. And it will make you feel depressed and tired, lethargic, lazy, avoidant, where you just want to hide in your own house or apartment or even under your cover in your bed because you want to avoid being outside and dealing with people. Okay? There are people that are going to drain your energy by constantly demanding things off of you. They're constantly engaging you and demanding you to do things for them. There are people that will use you as, for the lack of a better way of putting it, an emotional tampon, that they just call you and dump on you constantly their negative emotions and their negative energies, okay? There are people out there that will drain you off of your energy by pissing you off, okay? You tend to experience that a lot with people that are sociopathic or psychopathic. They're incapable of really feeling any intense emotions, so they get off to watching other people react to them. And you could be reacting in a sad, depressed way where you're crying, or you could be getting extremely angry, okay? And these people find joy in that. But the problem is, when you react that way to them, you are being drained out of your energy, because that explosiveness of anger, or even just in a lot of way crying is a release, okay? You're losing energy, okay? You're wasting energy on these fucking people, and it's it's not worth it. It really isn't. You're better off keeping your energy to yourself and just focusing, all right, on doing something constructive or something that makes you happy and energizes you. So yeah, so another thing to be careful and wary of when it comes to protecting your energy, all right, is people that will drain you off of that energy. And these people don't have to be foreign to you by any chance, or be strangers. It could be family, it could be friends. So you really need to sit down and do an audit. And the best way to carry out this audit in terms of which people drain you off your energy is how you feel around them. When you interact with these people, do you feel optimistic? Do you feel happy? Do you feel energized? Do you feel encouraged? Or whenever you interact with them, you feel really like shit. You feel depressed, you feel lazy, you feel dark, you feel like there's no hope, you feel like you're low energy, you feel like you need some time to rest and recuperate. Okay? So do this audit, and you're gonna be surprised and possibly even disappointed when you find out that members of your family or friends create that within you. And it's a very hard decision to make if you have the ability to do so, which is to distance yourself from these individuals. And a lot of the time, they're not doing it consciously or to be malicious. It's just the way they are. Okay? So just food for thought there on that also. All right, and last but not least, and again, this is just coming to off of the top of my mind, is that a lot of the time the reason you feel low energy and unmotivated is because you are built to move, explore, and discover. Okay, the current civilized setting we live in, with borders and mobility restrictions and being contained to an apartment or a house, this isn't natural. Okay, you want to know how truly it is we're meant to live. Look at people like the Bedouins in the deserts, or tribal people that live in jungles like in the Amazon. They have freedom of mobility, no restricted movement. They go and come as they please. And yeah, and they're just in a setting and an environment that's constantly mentally stimulating them, where they can explore and discover. And these things, especially as you get older, become increasingly limited and less as a human being to experience, which is your ability to move freely and your ability to be curious and to discover. Okay? Now, thankfully, this is easy to deal with. Okay? The ability to move is basically resolved. The ability to move and to be curious and discover new things are solved by traveling. Okay? if you have the financial means, please, please travel, okay? Get out there, learn about new people, new cultures, new geographies, and be curious, okay? Be explorative and learn new things. Get out of your comfort zone, because the truth of the matter is what you consider comfort is sapping you off of your energy and depressing you. So get out there and see the world. Now, you might say, well, I don't have the financial means. Okay, get out there on your feet and walk to new areas within your city or town or village, okay? I guarantee it, 99.9% confidence interval. You do not know everything about where you live. So get out there and walk and explore and discover and be curious. And you don't have to just be curious about locations. Be curious about the people you run into in these locations. Stop by, say hi, introduce yourself, ask questions, get curious about people. That will help you out a lot too. So, to cap this upload up, the reason you are low energy or drained of energy all the time and you're tired is, one, because you're doing things you don't want to do, things that do not align with your mission, purpose, or passion. Secondly, it's because you're around people that are draining you off of your energy. And last but not least, it's because you are not pursuing your migratory instinct, where you are meant to be out there moving, exploring, discovering, and being curious. All right? With that said, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and turn on the bell notifications button so you are aware when I do upload. And very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.